Welcome back to Collins Country. Today, I'm gonna show you how to make and can cowboy candy. It is so good and it's a great versatile thing to have on your pantry to utilize throughout the year. It's really easy to make. It uses a lot of simple ingredients and the entire process takes less than an hour. Let's do it. Right here is all of the ingredients that you will need to make it. You'll need 2 pounds of jalapeno peppers. It's roughly 20 to 30 jalapenos depending on the size. Just weigh them out. It doesn't have to be exact. And then 2 cups of white sugar, 2 cups of brown sugar, 2 cups of vinegar. I prefer to do 1 cup of white vinegar and 1 cup of apple cider vinegar. This is our homemade apple cider vinegar, but store-bought of course works just fine. And then you'll need 2 cloves of minced garlic or garlic powder if you don't have any of that on hand. 1 teaspoon of mustard seed, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of canning salt, and then I also like to add in 1 onion, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to. I just love the flavor that onion adds. As always, start by rinsing off your peppers real good. To process the peppers, I just cut the top off, and then I remove the seeds, not from all of them, but about half, just because the seeds add in so much extra spice. And I just plop the seeds to the side to give to my chickens. And then I cut them up like coins. You should also probably be wearing gloves when you do this because, man, it does make your hands spicy. And if you scratch your eyes, it burns. But I don't have any gloves. If you really don't like spice, try to get all the seeds out. And then you just put them in a big pot. I got all those jalapenos cut up and processed, and I ended up leaving the seeds out in almost all of them just because I want to give this away as gifts so it won't be as spicy. Now I'm going to dice up my onions and then add all of my other ingredients into this pot. All of the ingredients are added in, and I've brought it over to the stovetop. Now I'm just gonna give it a good mix and bring it to a boil. It's boiling, so now we're going to cover and simmer for 10 minutes. While that's boiling, I'm gonna sterilize my jars. I just rinsed off my clean jars, threw them in the oven. We're gonna bake them at 250 for 10 minutes. And I'm sterilizing my jars by putting them in a small pot of water. I'm gonna bring that water to a boil. Once it starts boiling, I can shut it off. They're good to go. Here it is after 10 minutes. You can see that the peppers have cooked down and they are now soft, but the syrup right here is really thin. I prefer it thicker, so I'm gonna show you what I do to thicken it up. What I do is I use a slotted spoon to scoop the peppers into the jars while leaving most of the liquid behind. And then I simmer that liquid down until it becomes more of a thick caramel sauce, and then I pour it over the peppers. Now you can see here how I have the jars filled about 3/4 of the way full, and I'm gonna bring the rest of the liquid back to a boil. And we're gonna simmer it for like 15 to 20 minutes uncovered until it gets to our desired thickness, more like a caramel sauce. This is a much better consistency. It's more like a thin syrup, so now I'm gonna go ahead and just fill those jars. Now we're gonna wipe those rims, and I'm using vinegar this time. I don't always do that, but these rims are pretty sticky from the sugar. So wipe those rims. Then we're gonna add our lids and bands, and we'll be ready to water bath can. Now I'm just loading them in to my water bath canner. We are at a boil, so now we can officially start our timer. Pines and smaller will water bath can for 10 minutes. Timer's up, so now we can pull out our jars. And we're gonna leave these undisturbed on our counter for 24 hours. Once the 24 hours is up, we can take the rings off and store them in our canning pantry. And that's it. It really is that easy to make and can your own cowboy candy at home. This stuff is so good on a lot of things, but I love it on a block of cream cheese for a dip. You just eat it with a cracker. It's to die for. It's also really good chicken marinade. It's great on sandwiches too. You can't go wrong. You gotta make it. Happy homesteading!